Hey, what's up everybody? I am Celeste, signed by Celeste as my notary name, and I am a new pack and ship store owner, and this channel is basically just following along with my journey. So if you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome in. I am just talking to you about my story and hopefully sharing some tips about new pack and ship stores so that you don't have to run into some of the same issues that I have along the way, and some of the things that I've learned along the way from other people who do have either channels or pack and ship stores that I've met in person. Today, I just want to kind of update a little bit about today. If you can see in the back, which is way back there, but my Canon printer delivered last week, and today was basically set up and test print, and then tomorrow is training on the printer. So I'll be doing some more large format printing from here beginning tomorrow. We did do a test print, came out beautiful. Hopefully everything else will go very well with this printer and I can get some more business. I've already had somebody asking me about blueprints, so I know it's important to get it up and going and have it running during the day when people are just popping in for other things. I partner with Fieldprint for fingerprints, so I do theirs, but I'm also going to get my own fingerprint live scan station, and I do the ink cards as well. So I've done some of that, and I've also done live scan. So all of that being said, today was a great day overall. It's been a great weekend. This weekend has been my best yet, so I'm very excited to talk about it, just because it is the one time that I have done multiple mailboxes in one day, and they were business mailboxes, so they're a little more expensive. I also did multiple notary services in a day because our 1583s have to be notarized. So I'm a notary, so if they come here in person, I get to notarize those, so that's awesome. But aside from notarizing the 1583s, I've been notarizing forms for fingerprinting and also some titles and real estate. So some of my best days over this past weekend, even though it was probably only about $700 in sales, it's been 2 months, and I can't really ask for, I can ask for, but I'm thankful for those few days that I had where I ended on such a positive note with multiple sales in multiple areas in this business. So I was able to do notary services, mail services, fingerprint services, I-9 services, which are background checks, printing, copying, faxing, and allowing someone to utilize this space like co-working areas. And I even enhanced my co-working areas over this past week or so because of people coming in and actually utilizing the services. So it let me know that there was a need for the space. And I'm just super excited and overjoyed about what's to come for my store, because there's been many days where I've sat in here and there was not really anything that came in here, or it was just my fingerprint partners, which don't pay me very much each ticket, but they add up because there's lots of people that come through to get that done. Because I'm not doing it on my own and I'm partnered, it's a different type of rate for that. So you definitely have to consider whether or not it's worth your time to partner with someone, or if you want to do live scan on your own. I personally am going to partner while I'm brand new, because it does bring faces in here, and those faces have bought sunglasses from me, those faces have bought highlighters from me, those faces have printed and faxed. So it's been amazing. It's an amazing add-on, and I personally wouldn't change a thing. So even with my live scan services, I think I'm still going to do the partnership as well. I'm thinking about adding even a couple other things. So anyway, this has been an amazing couple days. The training was great. I used PhotoZoomer for my print services, same as Winston and other people who have these same, we're kind of all in one type of group, sort of alliance, not alliance, but association. And so we use a lot of the same vendors and do a lot of the same services. So I am using that same sort of Canon setup that Winston at Speedy Pack and Go has. I am still using Photo Zoomer, and RS Associates are my association, which has the list of suppliers that they consider premium or partnership. So it's been a nice little transition into busier times for my store in the last week or so, just because I'm more familiar with some of the services that we do. I got more comfortable with advertising, so I put my little chalkboard sign outside, and that brought some people in. I actually put cards in some places. I talked to more people. I gave out cards. So I did a little more to bring attention to my business in the last couple weeks, and it is paying off. So I'm super excited, and I just wanted to kind of check in and say, I know I have some videos that I'm trying to edit real quick and get put out there for you guys that are more educational, or at least more of a glimpse into my journey. So I'm trying to do that as quickly as I can so that I can have some more content for you guys to consume. If you're considering becoming a mailbox store, I actually think some of these steps I'm going to document in a certain way so that I can share them with you kind of as a guide. So once I get that together, I will let you know. But I'm excited. I am not discouraged in any way. I did get a chance to print my first ultimate report from PostalMate, which is the POS system that we use. And I was able to see what I've made in the last 2 months, and what's on PostalMate for the last 2 months is not gonna pay my bills in any way, shape, or form. It definitely would have me kind of in the poorhouse if I was to only rely on this income right now while I'm building this business. But I'm fortunate. I do have other businesses that I have run in the past before starting this that do provide some income. But I think that I am clearly on the road to building more revenue for this particular business that will allow me to sustain this business in the next few months. I would say in about 3 more months, I should probably be at a sustainable level where I can at least cover my bills. I still won't be getting paid, but I can at least cover my bills. And if you don't find that, doable, or, considered, if that's not considered along your lines of success for the business to continue to move forward and keep going, you have to have more planned than I did. I actually did do a good amount of the work up front, but I wasn't advertising before opening. I was very nervous about advertising something that I could not provide for them, for any customer right away. So it was a catch-22 for me. I didn't want to put my store out there and promote my store before I could actually, somebody could come in here and utilize those services. So I waited. And I waited even longer than most people wait, because I think I've mentioned before, my Comcast was not installed. I didn't have a phone number. I was trying to get a permanent phone number. I didn't want to do a Google number or something temporary till I got a permanent number. So I just kind of rode with the flow, because it wasn't, I was still kind of working on the place, and it was time for a soft launch, but not really a full launch. So I just let that go. But that's something, I would never do again. I just never experienced that, so I kind of rolled with it. But I delayed any kind of advertisement because I didn't have a phone number. So I didn't have and my website wasn't complete. I did my website through RS Associates. I wasn't, there were so many things. Google did not verify my profile until 2 weeks ago. So I've been open essentially for a little over 2 months and 3 days. But I really wasn't anybody to anyone until Google saw me, and then my website was out, and then I had a phone number. So it was like everything kind of fell into place later, but it was backwards and it took a while. So now I feel like I'm running full speed ahead, and I see nothing but positivity moving forward. So I hope that I can encourage somebody who is trying to open a pack and ship store but doesn't know exactly how they're going to do it. Make sure you have at least 6 months worth of rent saved up for both your home and this business if you're going to start this, because there is no telling if you're going to make the amount of the rent within the first 3 to 4 months of opening. So if you don't have the amount of the rent for the first 3 to 4 months of opening, and your rent continues to build, it continues to flow whether you make money or don't, then you have to have funds or you're easily going to shut those doors, because you're not going to have the amount of money that it takes to even just keep it on a level playing field. You'll be behind, you'll be under, you'll be floating underneath, you'll definitely be in the red. So 2 things you can do about that. One, yes, make sure you have 6 months on both sides, so your regular home mortgage or rent and your lease or rent at the facility for 6 months, if you can do that. Keep your 9 to 5 if you can do that, or do gig work if you can do that. If you can do like Lyft, Instacart, something like that during the time that you are working your pack and ship store. I know it's double the work, and it's a lot of effort, and it's a lot of time, but if you can do that, then it may give you a chance to actually keep your pack and ship store until it the tables turn. So those are just a few suggestions. I personally haven't done the gig work or anything like that because I have the other businesses, like I said. And when I do something that I consider gig work, it's like TikTok. I consider myself somewhat of an influencer on those platforms, on certain platforms. So I will go the route of trying to encourage my TikTok supporters to, go live with me, or, to support me in some way on TikTok. Even I have a TikTok shop, so I sell on that platform as well. That is my gig work, so to speak, because I didn't want to necessarily do like an Uber or Lyft, but I don't down that. I just definitely didn't want to have to do it if I didn't have to. So I just kept thinking of things that I could add to my services here at the pack and ship store to keep income coming in, and that has been working. So I've gotten 5 new mailbox rentals in this last month. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but for me, it matters. It's more than a couple hundred. It's a couple $100, almost. And then I have done way more notary service. Now I've been commissioned a notary since March of 2023, and I did not make my first notary service stamp until I opened this business in August of 2024. So I'm doing things that I know I wanted to do, and I'm actually bringing them to fruition and doing them for income now. I didn't have time to do notary services when I was working my other businesses because they didn't have anything to do with notary services. They didn't need them, and it would be me going after work to try to do something notary wise if I was going to do it there. So I knew that I had a greater purpose for that, and it was for opening my pack and ship store. So I believe in adding as many services as you can. I don't think that it causes overwhelm if the services kind of, coincide or, work together in some way. And I think fingerprints and notary services and what else? I don't know. I do print services because I was a graphic designer, but I do print services and things like that because I think they relate to business. So anything relating to business and anything relating to notary that you can add on. A lot of notaries add on fingerprint services. Some of them add on DNA services, and I'm thinking about doing that too. We add on digital photos and also passport photos, and I'm adding passport expediting. So anyway, I know I'm rambling, but I just was super excited for my first few $100 days on the weekend and today. So I just wanted to get on here and say something about it because these are the days that make me feel like I can make this work, right? I think it was a $345 day one day, a $225 day one day, and then a $200 day another day. But those 3 days combined in 1 week for me were my biggest week, okay? I just wanted to get on here and say some encouraging words. I hope you guys are well into your journey or researching everything that you can when it comes to pack and ship stores. Definitely look up Fishbox YouTube channel, Speedy Pack and Go, Parcel Pros, Postal Pros. It's either Postal Pros or Parcel Pros for Mason. And then also there is Greenbox Postal. I like him. He's newer like me. So those are the channels that I know so far. If there are any more, please put me up on those channels, because I definitely like learning. I like when we share information in the industry and can just kind of come on and help each other, you know, get to the point that we're trying to be in this package ship business, because it's very exciting. For me, I was excited to be here all day, even though, you know, for me it was like, you know, 7 fingerprint appointments and training on a printer and, you know, a couple of other, you know, purchases here and there that happened throughout the store. It was exciting because I didn't have to go to somebody else's business. I didn't have to go to somebody else's job. I got to see my child who's going back to college. You know, all the things that I wanted to do, I was able to do today. And I still made some money, and I still did my job, and it was not strenuous. It was not saddening. It wasn't depressing in any way. So I will show y'all my environment, because I like to make my environment serene and, like, you know, warm. And so I have a really exciting place in my opinion, and I do get that feedback from customers as well. So I'm hoping that I get to share more of what the place is like in here, rather than just sitting and talking to you face to face. But I'm gonna try to throw in at least some of the training that I did a little bit, so that you get some kind of, you know, experience from this video rather than just me being excited about having a good day at my pack and ship store. So thank y'all so much for listening to me ramble. I hope to have better videos for you very soon. I'm trying to edit some. My daughter's trying to help me edit some, and then we'll get some stuff put out there. But thank y'all for joining me. Welcome again back to Holy Ship and Print. And I will definitely talk to y'all very soon. Have a wonderful, today is Monday. Have a beautiful Monday. Printing my first poster on my Photo Zoomer printer. I'm super excited to see how it comes out. So far, it looks exactly how it's supposed to look. This was designed on Canva, and then the size was adjusted so that it worked to keep the pictures clear. It is working perfectly. I am super pleased with the quality. I'm just gonna tuck my little excess and drop into my bucket. Success! This is the first poster that I'm printing on my large format printer in the shop. Super excited, it came out great. Thumbs up.